for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. It's a very beautiful midweek, and we are here, of course, expecting to serve you the latest in the world of sports. My name is Tony Ibitoye. I'm not alone. Starting off the show with me tonight and staying with me for the 50 minutes that we're bringing Sports Tonight to you this midweek. To my immediate right, Onye Uchimachuku keeps his place. And Onye, good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Thank you very much, Tony.
And of course, Tunde Koiki is also on the show. Tunde, good to have you as well on Sports Tonight.
Always a pleasure.
No, stay with us. Stay with us. It's not going to be another 3-1 thrashing for Liverpool today. Stay with us on the show today. Because I know you are in two minds already. And it's going to be a better day.
I won't say anything.
You are speechless.
It's going to be a better day.
All I can say it is Liverpool that has brought this upon themselves. So
Liverpool will save you.
All right. The reason why we started on that note is because as we speak, games are going on in the English Premier League. We've entered into the busy December period where there will be games almost every 3 days. And this is where you really have to show that you are up for it. And that's where a lot of people are thinking along the line that this is where we really test Arsenal's resolve to win the league. But interestingly, they're already a goal up. And guess who? Tunde.
Of all people.
Nicholas Bentner.
Of all people. I'm shocked that he's even remembers.
Starting ahead of Olivier Giroud.
I'm surprised he even knows where the back of the net is. But according to Arsene Wenger, it says that this is a crucial period in the season and rotation has to come into play. And
that is why take a rest. Some players need to take a rest.
Exactly.
And all of that.
And that is why the likes of Nicholas Bentner will get a look in. That's the only reason why Nicholas Bentner will get a look in. Because he's a squad player. Not necessarily because he's good enough. Not necessarily because he's a starter. But because they want to rest the first choice players.
All right. Good news as well for Tunde and for Liverpool. Because Liverpool are already 1 goal up over Norwich City. Arsenal, as we said, 1 goal up over Hull City. And the game between Sunderland and Chelsea has already produced 2 goals. 1 to Sunderland, 1 to Chelsea. So it's 1-1 after 19 minutes. And Aston Villa are a goal up away from home at Southampton. And other games, Manchester United, Everton, still goalless after 18 minutes. Stoke City, Cardiff City, still goalless after 18 minutes. Fulham, Tottenham Hotspur just started a few minutes ago, still goalless as well. Swansea and Newcastle United still goalless. So we'll try to keep track of all that is going on around those games, and we will update you as we go along on Sports Tonight. But tonight, let's start by telling you that we want to make it as interactive as possible. What we did yesterday, Tunde made a promise. If you are able to accurately predict Nigeria's group opponents at the 2014 FIFA World Cup draw that takes place on Friday, you will get a prize. And I also say something extra to it. We will get an original replica jersey of the Super Eagles. If you are able to accurately predict the teams that will be in Nigeria's group after the draws are held on Friday. What are you looking forward to seeing on Friday, World Cup draw? Let me tell you what we're saying on this show. No weak group. Strong group, but God give the Eagles the wisdom and the ability to top that strong group.
That's what he's saying.
Well, the thing about life is that there are certain things you don't have control over. You know,
One of them is the World Cup group.
The draw is like a lottery. We don't know.
Whatever you pick,
only God knows. But we have control over our destiny, over our preparations, to fix allowances, bonuses, make sure that all our arrangements are intact. But for the lottery, anything can happen. If we find ourselves in a tough group, then it could be an opportunity for us to rise up like sleeping giants and rise to our potentials. If we meet we are in a weaker group, supposedly, then we show our ruthlessness and decision our opponents. So whichever way we find ourselves,
there's opportunity for us. There are possibilities for us.
Absolutely. Let us look at the positives. So for me, any group we find ourselves, let us take it like that and prepare very well. After the draws, then you begin to know the countries you are likely to play friendlies against. That's part of the arrangements that they are going to hold in Brazil. So after the draw, then we can begin to get friends. After all, we have played Italy, we have played Spain,
we played Uruguay, so we know what they can.
This should give our players, the kind of confidence going into the World Cup. And we pray for luck, pray for the health of our players. Mikel Obi couldn't go to the last edition because of an injury. You know, these are the things that could affect a team's performance at the World Cup. So all these things.
You raise a very crucial point now. What we have control over are things like preparation, sorting out bonus issues.
Absolutely.
And that brings us to the issue of the bonus for the Eagles. The Sports Ministry set up a committee to look into the bonus issues for the players, and we waited and waited and waited for the report to submit, for the committee to submit their reports, and for us to see an implementation of that report. It never came. But now that we're on the door of another World Cup performance, people are saying that committee report will now be sent to the NFF so that they can implement and then bring it to force before the World Cup. What do you say about that, Oyin?
It's not timely. You know, I remember that Stephen Keshi kept on asking for this report. He was saying that let us resolve this issue
now once and for all.
Once and for all. And they kept
but then the argument of the minister at that time was that we were prosecuting a World Cup campaign and it could distract at that point.
Well, the players could also argue that at that time they had a bargaining power, the qualifiers. And now that they have qualified, and it's like
they could have used the qualifiers to again.
Then it's like can be likened to use and dump. Now every player wants to go to the World Cup. They know
that the ticket is there.
The ticket is there, and every player wants to play at the World Cup. So it's to their own disadvantage. This could affect us. I think they should. You see, the earlier you resolve, it's like a doomsday. It will come, whether you like it or not. The earlier you resolve it, the better. The players will get used to it. They can argue, back and forth. You know, a robust argument. You will reach a conclusion, and everybody will go home happy. But as I said, I just pray that there won't be an issue about that.
You think you also buy into Oyin's idea that the timing is not favorable to the players?
Well, it's not favorable to the players. I agree. But it is exceedingly favorable to the sports authorities because now there's a World Cup ticket in the bag.
All the players
want to go.
Whether it's for free or not.
So in my own opinion, it's a master stroke on the part of the football administration, the NSC and the NFA. They knew exactly what they were doing. Now they have the players' cojones in their hands. There is nothing the players can do except agree to whatever terms and conditions are put in front of them. Otherwise, they have just kissed their World Cup appearance goodbye, which is a difficult thing to do for a player who has slugged it out through the dusty fields of Southern Africa, Malawi, Ghana, Nairobi, Kenya. I ask him, no, it won't happen. They'll sign, and that's for sure.
All right, let's bring you into all that we're doing on Sports Tonight. Let's allow you to be a part of all that we say. What do you think about the build-up to the 2014 World Cup? What do you feel about the draw coming up on Friday? And, of course, your response to the question that we've asked. What do you think, who are the opponents that will be drawn against Nigeria on Friday? You accurately predict that. You have an authentic Super Eagles jersey that you will win on Sports Tonight.
Amongst other things.
And then someone has also said that if you are able to accurately predict all 8 groups, all expense paid trip to Brazil.
Wow.
This is now where all the village DBS,
provided they are not
and native doctors. This is where they will be.
This is a great gift.
If you are, unless you are, I mean, and you mustn't be Sepp Blatter, you mustn't be Jerome Vard, and you mustn't be involved at all with FIFA or any football body. Good. Just a fan. Predict accurately the 8 groups.
Perfect. That means
the 8 groups.
That means all the IFA native doctors and all of them, they are eligible to participate.
Predict accurately.
Fine.
The 8 groups, and you win all expense paid trip to Brazil for the World Cup. Accurately, including the name of the group. Whether it's Group A or Group B or Group C. Everything. Accurately, you win a trip to Brazil. All expense paid. All right, that's going to be a difficult one. But let's see if somebody can try it and get something out of it. But you saw it on your screen. Talk to us. We'd like to hear from you as we go along on Sports Tonight. Before we go on to the next thing that we have lined up for you, let me just quickly update you with results coming out of the games going on in the English Premier League. Arsenal 1-0 over Hull City. Liverpool 1-0 over Norwich City. Manchester United and Everton still goalless. Southampton, I go down to Aston Villa. Stoke City, Cardiff City still grinding out